Director Spike Lee is accusing his Hollywood peer Clint Eastwood of disrespecting black soldiers.
He did 2 films about Iwo Jima back to back, and there was not one black soldier in both of those films. His vision of Iwo Jima, Negro soldiers did not exist. Simple as that, you know. I have a different version.
And joining us now from New York is Torre. He's the co-host of BET's The Black Carpet. Torre, good to see you.
Good to see you, Laura. Thanks for having me on the Back of the Bus segment.
Back of the bus, very good. I was going to say you're the coolest dresser of the whole group so far. You got Miller beat. Torre, I've heard a lot of things said about Clint Eastwood, but the fact that he might be racially insensitive is something I've never heard. I mean, he's a filmmaker, he's a director, an actor. Isn't Spike Lee just trying to get some publicity for the film that he's doing that's coming out in October?
Well, absolutely. Spike's doing a black war movie about the Buffalo Soldiers, and Spike's been really good throughout his whole career at saying Hollywood is racist as a way of getting publicity for himself. But the fact remains that 900 black Marines were part of the Battle of Iwo Jima, and to leave them out of both of Clint's films is a huge omission. I mean, he does an amazing job of showing us the Japanese perspective and the American perspective on this massively important battle. But black soldiers in World War II is a massively important thing in the history of America, and to leave them out of the whole Battle of Iwo Jima as seen by Clint Eastwood is a massive omission. It's a whitewashing, to use your term.
But isn't that charge then that you're making a bit of a dangerous one? Because it seems to me the charge is kind of racial insensitivity on the part of Clint Eastwood trying to make a film based on the book Flags of Our Fathers. And doesn't it demean, in your mind, Torre, to some extent, real racism that exists still,
Absolutely,
regrettably, in the United States? I mean, Clint Eastwood is one of the coolest cats in Hollywood, and he's liked by liberals and conservatives, and he's an interesting, talented guy. And I mean, picking on Clint Eastwood for not color coding his films, I mean, I just think that makes Spike Lee look really paranoid.
Well, you know, obviously there's massive racism going on in America, real incidents of racism. This is not a real incident of racism. This is a popular and an important movie, but these are important moments in the history of America. And World War II existence and the World War II soldiers, black soldiers, was a pivot point in American history for how black people were perceived in America.
Torre, I think to say there's massive, massive racism in the United States when we're on the verge of having the first African-American Democratic nominee and maybe president, I don't know about that, Torre. That might be a little far.
So if Barack becomes president, there's no more racism in America.
Well, maybe I think saying that massive racism when Barack is where he is, it's a bit of a jump. But Torre, I appreciate your being with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.